Hi, welcome to a Solidworks 2018-19 video tutorial. I want to do that racing car seat exercise now in Solidworks. And it went very similar to the other ones. So let's have fun with Solidworks. Okay, let's start with our first sketch on the front plane. And that sketch should look something like this. Okay, go there, go over here, go slightly with an angle, and then I could try to snap on that perpendicularity, and okay. And the good thing in SolidWorks is as soon as you place your first dimension and set it to the correct value, it will scale the complete sketch automatically. So no problem here. Let's add an angle, 30 degrees. That length might be 82. That length might be 75. That angle might be 60 degrees. This distance 775, and that distance 480. Now let's draw these lines right here and add two circles. One circle, second circle, and dimension of this one should be 640 diameter, and that one should be 540 diameter. Now let's move that circle over here and that one over there, maybe like this. Then add dimensions, or first maybe that constraint, so these should be, no, zoom in, that arc, and this point should be coincident. And now I need a dimension, and that dimension here, this one, should be 290. Yes, that dimension might be 190, and this one 255. Now let's trim. This could be removed. This could be removed. That one. Now let's go for a fillet. First fillet with 70 millimeter radius should be here. So maybe that's 640, yes, that's 540. And that radius should work. Really? That's interesting. This one worked in every program, so that's a real bummer. Okay, try it over here. Let's go for the 100 millimeter. Yes. that's quite interesting. Who would have thought that this would not work? Okay, so let's try once more the 100mm here. Really? Yeah, okay, at least that worked. And add 30mm here. Okay, and is one dimension wrong? No, but that distance is too big. So what went wrong? 255, 190, yes. Diameter 540, that's correct. This is 640, that dimension is 420, yes, and that's 290. So I was able to do that, fill it in all other programs. Okay, so let's do it with a circle. And that dimension should be 140. Now let's move this over here and add tangency here and tangency there. And now trim. And leave that sketch. Now I want to create some planes as I did in the other programs. So let's go for a plane and maybe make those here visible, or that should be one reference, and a point or a line should be the second reference, and it should not be perpendicular but parallel, and confirm. Then I need another one which is aligned to this one. Let's try once more. Go for a plane, and I could try to use that as an axis, and another one as reference. Maybe that's the front plane, and now perpendicular would be okay, and one here, so I could go for the same plane. No, this should not be here. That you have to make sure that nothing's selected beforehand. So go to plane, now it will work. Use this one as axis, and a second reference, again the front plane. This one. And I've got all the planes I need. Now let's go for an extruded boss base with that sketch here in this direction and make it 250. Okay. And of course I could hide that boss extrude and do a 3D sketch. Maybe, just maybe, show that sketch here. Okay, so let's go for the 3D sketch. I could hide those planes, at least for the moment. Go for sketch, 3D sketch, and I want to draw lines. So let's start with a line over here, and it should be, I want to snap. Is that possible to do it here with a snap? It's coincident. Yeah, it should somehow go along that axis. So now I've got it. And that distance might be 100. So this should be not for 50 but 100. Okay, the second one should be from this point in that direction. That's okay. And of course that length should be 180. And confirm. And it seems this one didn't snap because it should be along the Z axis like this, and confirm. Still not black. This one is black, so it's fully constrained, and this one isn't fully constrained. That's amazing. So why not? Is that active? Hard to see. Nope. So you still can move it, but I can't move this one. So that's okay, but this one not okay. So therefore, let's go for that point, select this point, and make it coincident. Now it's black. Next line should be on this point here. It should go straight up like this. Okay. Select it and give it a length, and that length might be 125. Confirm. Let's see, it's black. Yeah, it's fully constrained. And the last line should be over here. And again should go straight up. Select it, give it a length, and that length might be 200. Leave that 3D sketch. Now let's bring back our planes, or just go there. I need a sketch on that plane. And again it somehow moves around. Doesn't matter. I need an arc. I need a 3-point arc. And let's see if we can snap onto that point. Yes, start point. And that's 3-point arc. That's center point. Okay. Go to the end point. And now put it here, and it seems to me that one is not there, so go here, select this one and make it coincident. There it is, and add a dimension, and that dimension should be, in this case, 800. Confirm, leave that sketch, go for the next plane, which would be this one. Go for sketch. That's nice. Another arc from this point here to that point over there, and add a dimension, and this one should be 750. Confirm. And the last one, another sketch on the top plane in this case. Amazing. And it should be from this point to that point and in that direction. and add a dimension, and this dimension could be 840. Leave that sketch. And bring back our solid by showing that extrude. Yeah, that's okay. Just hide it once more. I need a surface which is defined by those three lines, curves. So let's go to our features, and I could do it with a swept or with a, what it's called here, I think lofted surface. I will go for a swept. Where's the swept? There you go, swept surface. And the sketch profile would be this one, and one path would be this curve here, and I could use a guide curve, and the guide curve would be that arc here, and I will get this one. So that's kind of not as good as wanted. Let's try it in a different combination. So go for another swept surface, use this one again as profile, and the path this one. And now for the guide curve, that one. Let's see what will happen. It's still too short, so I should go for a lofted surface, and that would be this one. Okay, so let's say that's one profile, that's the second profile, and one guide curve would be this one. This looks better. Confirm. And now I want to extend that surface because my body or solid is bigger than that. So show it and you will see. And I want this to be extended, and extend surface should be over here, yes. Select that edge and go for maybe 150, not 150, and confirm. And now I can cut that solid with this surface. So go for cut with surface. The surface would be this one, and confirm. Looks okay. Now I can hide that surface. Then I need another sketch on, I think that's plane 3, yes. Go for a sketch. And let's do it with a line which goes straight, is for construction only. And then I want to use a spline, and spline is over here. So go from this point in that direction, and that should do. Okay. Now this point should be aligned with that one horizontal, and this line and that spline should be tangent. Let's take a look how this looks. Yeah, this looks good. And of course you could move those points a little bit, or that line a little bit in. Sorry, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to move that line up, maybe like that, and then move those points a little bit. Maybe like this, or not this point, but that point, not the handle, but the point. Okay, and then move this point up as well. That's the point. And you could move that handle a little bit as well. Yeah, this will give this one a different look. That's okay. Why not? Leave that sketch and make an extruded surface. So go for extrude. There you go. With the sketch. The other way around and make it maybe 250. That's okay. Now I could split that body again, so cut with surface, that's the one, and turn it around and confirm. Hide that surface. I want to hide the surface, not the body. Now let's mirror that solid. So go for a mirror. In this case I want to mirror a body, and the mirror face plane would be, let's take a look, it should be the front plane. Yes. So that would be the front plane, and I want to mirror that body. And I could already merge the solids, so there is no Boolean operation needed. In addition, now let's hide the sketches, this one, and that one here. Now let's add some fillets. But before I add the fillets, I have to go for that bulge. I almost forgot this one again. So I need two more sketches. One would be on plane 1, yes, and of course turn it around, and I need that edge in my sketch, and then an arc like that, and maybe with a radius like this, for example. No, the other way around. The other way around, sorry. It should be the other way around. Like that, and maybe, yeah, a small one like this. And confirm that sketch, and then another one on the, that's the top plane, this one, again like that. Convert this edge into your sketch, draw an arc like that, confirm. Now let's make two bounded surfaces or planar surfaces. Planar over here, confirm, and another one over there, confirm. Then I need another sketch on the front plane, so go for the front plane and a sketch. And I would like to use the center point of those, and I want to use a spline. So how to get that point here? I could put a point there just to make sure. Yeah, first I have to convert it center into my sketch, or maybe go for intersection curve. Let's go for intersection curve. Select it, confirm, and select this face and confirm. Now put those two for construction, this one as well for construction. Now I could make a spline from this point to that point. So go for a spline, go for a style spline because it's easier to control. Select this point, go over here and that point. Okay, and now push this a little bit over here, maybe like that. Yeah, that should do. And confirm. Let's do a lofted surface. Lofted. And maybe the profiles this edge and that edge. And the guide curves, oh yeah, move this over here. Guide curves should be, that's one, that's the second one, this one, and that's the third one. Merge tangent faces, these are not tangents, so confirm. And now knit those, this one, that one, and this one. And if you go for merge entities, it doesn't merge it to that solid. So hide that solid and fill that. So go for planar surface, select those edges, this one and that one, confirm, and now knit those and activate merge entities and then create solid. So select this one, and if you will get a enclosed space, you can create a solid like this and confirm. So now I've got two solids, that's the other one, and then I can of course combine those two. Combine, go for add, yes, and add to that target this tool and confirm. So now I could go for fillets, maybe start up there, go for fillet, make it 120, should work with this and that one, and confirm. Okay, let's turn this around and see with which dimensions we could work here. So let's see what kind of dimension we can use. So go for fillet. What do we have here? Yeah, go for fillet. You could go for variable size fillet. I want to use those, and I want to deactivate tangent propagation and see what will happen. So 120 might be a little bit too much. So let's try 80 on this edge here. So by accident I've selected the face. I don't want the face, I need just that edge. Yeah, this is okay. 80 is okay. So confirm. Go over here, make the same fillet. confirm. Now let's fillet that edge and maybe go for, let's try 40. Let's see if this will work here. That's okay. Confirm. And now fillet this one and go for tangent propagation. Yes, select and maybe 100. Let's try 100 and see what will happen. Takes a while. Not quite. So let's try 60. This looks a little bit better. Yeah, but this doesn't look so good, so I might change that sketch. So let's delete that fillet here and change that sketch for that surface extrude node. Yeah, this one. So go back in time, up there, and go to that sketch and change it. So I might delete that spline and draw a new one. Let's go for a style spline. Go here, go over there, go right there, and then up here, and select. And I need a tangent constraint from this one to that one, not to that point, but from that line to that spline, and that should be tangent. And now let's drag this a little bit, maybe like that. This looks okay. Yeah. Now, yeah, that is possible. Exit the sketch. I know that will not work, so ignore that error for the moment. Close and make a new surface extrude here. So go to that surface extrude and edit feature and select that sketch. That's the sketch plane, and I want this one to be extruded. Is it selected? Not yet. Why not? What's your problem here? Okay. So maybe, just maybe, delete that and make a new one. So go to that extruded face and select that sketch here. Turn it around and confirm. Then go for that surface cut. So that's this surface extent. That's okay. Surface cut. And now do a surface cut. Cut with surface. That's the surface, and turn it around and confirm, and the rest should work. So hide that surface and bring this down. Yep. Now let's add a fillet here. That's 40, that's okay, it could be 50. Confirm. And now add another one there. Go for another fillet on this edge. That's okay. Maybe go for 80. Yeah, looks good. Confirm. And now make this one fillet this edge. That's maybe too much, so go for 50. Yeah, looks okay. Confirm. Now go up here and select that edge. Fillet, but no propagation. Select this one and let's try 100. Looks good. Confirm. And the last one with that edge. Now it should be tangent propagation, probably. Let's go for 10 millimeters and confirm. Nice. Now I could do the shell. That might be a problem or not. Let's take a look. Yeah, should work. So go for a shell, 30 millimeters, and I want to remove the surface with tangent propagation, of course. So all of these should be removed like that. Confirm. Yeah, that's okay. Now for some more fillets. Fillet, let's go for 10 millimeters. Yes, and select that edge and see if it runs all around. Yes, great. Confirm. And another one on this edge, which goes all around. Great. Confirm. Quite nice. Next I want to make offset faces, but maybe change that radius. So that's which one? That's this fillet, that fillet, this one. Let's change this one to slightly bigger value, maybe 60. And confirm. Yeah, okay. Now let's make offset surfaces. So offset would be this one. Okay, yeah, offset surface. I want to offset first this surface, but not by 10 millimeters, by 0. And confirm. Then another one. Clear this one. That one. Again 0. Then repeat. Not replace. There you go. Now let's use this one. I know this should be not here. Could I do that on top? Yes. Then 2 more. This surface. Confirm. It should be deselected, but it isn't. And another one. Not replace. It looks very similar. This one. And go there. And I forgot the fillet here. Okay, so let's bring this up. I didn't forget it went not all around. It looked like it went all around, but it didn't. So this one didn't go all around. Yeah, it didn't. So let's select those edges and let's see if it now works. Yes. Now I could move back down and do another surface offset. This one, and now with that surface. Confirm. Now I could hide my solid. I could hide that solid, so I've got only the faces visible. Now I want to thicken those surfaces. Let's start with this one here. This one, and I want it to go only to one side. And is that the correct side? Yes, I suppose, because if I do it like this, yeah, that's the right one. So go for 20 and confirm. Maybe do the fillets already. So this edge should be filleted, that one, and of course those two here. And let's try 50 and confirm. And make another fillet with 10 millimeters on this edge. And confirm. Okay, next this one. So go for another thicken that surface. Direction is okay, 20 is okay. It will not merge. So confirm. And make the fillets here as well. So go for 50. Select the edges of this one here. That one. And these are already filleted, so no need to fillet them. Confirm, and now go for 10 millimeters on this edge and confirm. Next, this one, thicken. But not 20, go for 10. Direction's okay, confirm. Make the fillets here. So let's try 40, because that edge is always a little bit problematic. We will see if it works. The edge is okay. Now go for this edge here. And that one. Seems I've got a face selected, close. No, it doesn't work. So seems, I think that one up here is a problem. So maybe let's deselect that edge and see if it works then. There it does, and there it doesn't. So that program has definitely a problem with this kind of edges if you want to make an edge fillet. So I have to deselect that edge as well and confirm. Let's add that over here. So go for thicken the surface to in that direction. That's okay, confirm. And I could fillet that edge here, this one. This was possible, so go for fillet, 40 yes, and select that edge and confirm. Now I want to try maybe face, maybe face would work. If not, I would have to go for a sketch, and I don't really want to make a sketch. So let's go for fillet and try face. So I want to fillet Okay, this face here with that one over here. Let's try 40 and see what will happen. Doesn't work. Yeah, because that's the wrong selection. It has to be in that box. No. Does 40 work? No. So I could try a smaller radius. Let's try 10 with that normal. Go here and let's try 10. 10 will work. Can we go for 20? No. 10 is possible. Okay. Let's see if 10 will work here as well. Yeah, so let's go for 10. It's better than no fillet. 10 and 10 up there. Okay, now a 5mm fillet on this edge and see yeah, that's okay. And another one on this edge, 5mm, and okay. Now for that one here, so go for another thicken, select it, 10mm, it's okay. Let's see what radius will work here. Let's try 40 on this edge here. So I got the face, I want the edge, this edge right here. Yeah, works. This one, yeah. Does this one work as well? Nope. So let's delete that one from this selection, confirm that one, and see what kind of radius will work here. So let's go for 10. Let's start small. Go for this edge. 20. Yeah, 20. So let's go for 20. And select it here. Confirm. And add another 5mm all around. 5 on this edge here, and confirm. Yeah, seems no, not ready. I have to add that cushion for the head, so I need to see my body. This fillet should be brought back. And let's do a sketch on, I think that's plane 1. Plane 1, yes, another sketch. Turn it around. And let's see if we can offset those edges without projecting them into the sketch. So, oh, there is offset entities. Add dimensions, select chain, yes, 10mm might be not enough. Let's go for 30 and see what we can do. So select the edge. Yeah, this works. Yeah, that's okay. Maybe I could go for 40. Confirm. Nice. Now I want to do a surface extrude with that sketch, yes, and here 50 would do, of course. Confirm. And now I want to split that face if possible. So this was kind of unnecessary. I don't need that one, because in this program I have to do it in a different way. In this program I could use, I want to use that sketch and use a split line. This one projects the sketch onto the selected face. I want it to go there, and then it splits that face. So I got this face, and now I could thicken that face. So go for select it, and I can't thicken it, so I have to do it with an offset first. So let's go for an offset. I want to offset just that face by 0 millimeters, and then I could of course thicken that surface. It's kind of strange, but it works. So I want to thicken that surface in this direction, maybe 20, and I could already merge it, or I don't want to merge it, so we'll get a new body. Now let's see what kind of fillet we can use on this very sharp edge. So let's go try 50. Yeah, maybe we could go for 60. Yeah, that's okay. Same over here, and confirm. And now I could of course combine all those solid bodies, and I'm done. So combine, add, yes, go here and select them. The biggest one is, what's the complete body? That's the complete body. Add that fillet, this fillet, that one, this one, that one, and of course I forgot to make the 5 millimeter fillet here. So go for that 5 millimeter or 10 millimeter fillet. I think 10 should work. Yes, and confirm. And now combine them. And I'm done. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a like or leave a comment. If you want to see more, please give it a like or leave a comment. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my Facebook fan page. Would be very nice of you. I want to get more likes and subscriptions over there as well. Thanks for watching. See you to the next one. Bye bye.